pretty simple thing, and right here, let me see. It's highlighting it? Okay, great. I'm just going to click on, wow, that's a great icon. Create Fusion Analytics Warehouse. All right, so it's saying, oh, here it's giving me the choice of there's a lot of different areas of the Fusion. You know, Fusion's got a lot of applications. As I said, it's got sales, it's got service, it's got accounting, procurement, manufacturing. It's got all of this different data, and maybe I only want the sales data. Maybe I only want the accounting data, the financial data. In this case, I'm going to take it all. I'm going to keep it very simple. Now, I don't know what I want. I'm going to be looking around in this database, doing all sorts of drills and pivots and analyses, and I'd like all the HCM data. I'd like all the financial data. I think it's going to help me by having all the data in one place. And then I'm probably going to want to add some data to that. So I'm going to just take it all. Okay? And confirm that I wasn't kidding. So it's creating the data warehouse, and deploying analytics, and now it's actually moving the sales data, the service data, the HCM data, the financial data, supply chain data, manufacturing data. It's all moved. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and do some analysis. I think I'll do some HCM analysis. Okay, that was a live demo. That was a live demo. We actually created an autonomous database, deployed an autonomous database, deployed our analytics cloud tools, moved the data, did all of that. And now that's exactly how hard it is to create the Fusion Analytics data warehouse. Again, no schema definition or no model definition, no create tables, no ETL to load the data, getting someone to help me tune this thing so it runs fast, create indexes. It all happens automatically. It's all automated. Okay, so I'm going to look at our campus hiring. As I say, it is live. All right. Okay, and this is our campus hiring. And let me give a little more room on the screen. And you can see we've had this campus hiring program since, I'll use my mouse, since 2014. Through 2018, we've had 5 classes. So it shows the number of people we've hired in each one of our class of programs. And we started out with about 500 back in 2014. Now we're closing it. We're on our way to hiring 1,500 in 2018. This has got, by the way, this bigger project is for sales. We're hiring people for sales directly out of college. And along in the upper right-hand corner, you've got their performance as per quota attainment. Now remember, this is these kids' first job directly out of college. So, and the good news is we have a lot more high performers than low performers, though my guess is the low performers will have less tenure. When we try to analyze these classes, we'll find out, yeah, we do have low performers, but the low performers will tend to be the people that are here for a shorter period of time, and the high performers are here for a longer period of time. But those are the kinds of questions we can ask for this data warehouse. We can drill down and look at one class and the class of hires, and we got this result right here. And you can see low to high performers in the class of 2017. And note that, again, if you were hired in 2017, the longest you could have been here is 2 years. So we got these clusters, and it's very interesting. I'm going to stop here, but we can now do all sorts of analytics. one of the things we can do is find out correlations between sales success and your major. I mean, are computer scientists better at selling, or are liberal arts majors better at selling? Is there a correlation? Your personal interests, are people who, or extracurricular activities, are people who are athletes better at selling than people who do a lot of charitable work, for example. We could do all, are people at USC better at selling than people from MIT? We can ask all of these questions. We can drill around and look and try to find correlations that will help us strategize and do a better job of predicting who we should be hiring for sales and what the right profile is for sales versus hiring for, let's say, consulting versus hiring for development engineering. And we can see who are the people who have been successful. It can have a lot to do with their manager's tenure. I mean, there are all of these questions you'd like to know. A lot of, one of the things we found at Oracle, if you have a good, this is your first job directly out of college, and one of the most important, one of the real keys to success is do you have a good manager? If you get a good manager, that can outweigh whether you were an athlete or whether you do a lot of charity work, or whether you majored in liberal arts or majored in music. But that you're properly mentored early on can be the most important thing. So we can then do all of this stuff, all of these analyses on this data warehouse. But I don't know. I mean, I used to set up data warehouses for customers a long time ago. I go in and do some consulting. I'd install the Oracle database, and the easiest thing, believe it or not, I used to do that a long time ago. And you install it, and you set up a first application for them to kind of play with their own data. It was almost always a data warehouse, and it wasn't this fast. I was there for a week. It took a long time. It wasn't like you press this button, that button, that button. You get your data models, you get everything's populated, then you get all these powerful analytic tools to use. And again, these analytic tools are quite spectacular. They have all the things you'd expect, with reporting and dashboards and KPIs. But you can press a button and look at a data cluster and get an English language explanation of what that data cluster means. It's really quite remarkable. You can say, well, okay, I'm gonna do this and that. It's like, no, let the machine, kind of tell me something. There's this great line, tell me something, tell me a joke, Alexa. Alexa will tell you a joke. Well, this is, hey, machine learning, you're so smart. Tell me something interesting about the data I don't know, basically, is the question. And it will look for correlations. And that, and it could discover something like, hey, it's interesting you're looking at major and you're looking at extracurricular activities. Why don't you look at the tenure of their manager? That's more correlated to their success than anything else I can find. So if you don't know the right question to ask, the machine learning part of our analytic tools will help you find the correlations and help you ask the questions, and then give you English language explanations as to what they find. This is a very different world than when I flew to Hawaii for Hawaiian Electric and set up their data warehouse. We weren't doing any of that back in those days. But this is radically different from what we have, with e-business suite. The e-business suite is, or for that matter, SAP or PeopleSoft Financials, or this is a whole new world using radical new technology, machine learning, that automates complicated processes and helps us understand the information we can get out of our systems. Helps us easily interact with the systems we now have, where everyone's a user. Okay, a lot of reasons.